Welcome to our Introduction to Law series, brought to you by my advocators. Part 1. In this section, we are going to answer this important question. What is law? Please take note. In this section, we are limiting our answer to the legal concept of law. We will not deal with laws of gravity or laws of attraction. We are only dealing with the meaning of law in legal terms. So what is law? The term law has the following 4 characteristics. Number 1. The law governs human behavior. Number 2. The law binds everyone in society. Number 3. State organs enforce the law. Number 4. Disobedience to the law is punishable by the state. In South African law, state power is divided amongst the 3 branches of the South African government. Number 1. The power to make laws for the country is given to the South African legislature. An example of a South African legislature is the South African Parliament. It is situated in Cape Town. It makes laws for the whole country. These laws are called Acts of Parliament. Number 2. The power to enforce the law is given to the South African executive. Lastly, number 3. The power to interpret the law and apply to a case at hand is given to the judiciary, which acts through the different South African courts. Part 2. What do the following terms mean? 1. Public and private law. 2. Formal law and substantive law. 1. Public and private law. South African law may be divided into 2 main categories. These are private and public law. Public law. Public law deals with the relationship between the state and an individual, also known as a legal subject. An example of public law is criminal law. It applies between the state, acting through the state prosecutor, and the accused. Private law. Private law deals with the relationship between individuals and other individuals. An example of private law is law of patrimony. Law of patrimony is subdivided into the following: A. Law of things. B. Law of succession. C. Law of obligations. South African law can also be divided into formal law and substantive law. Formal law. Formal law is also known as procedural law. This is because procedural law is that part of the law which deals with the procedures that must be followed in South African legal proceedings. An example of procedural law is the South African criminal procedure. This is the branch of law that deals with the way a criminal case is to be conducted. Substantive law, on the other hand, is that part of the law which determines the content and the meaning of the different legal rules. In other words, substantive law defines the rights and responsibilities in both private and public law. An example of substantive law is criminal law. Like other substantive laws, criminal law defines what crime is and also points out who can be held responsible for committing a crime.